Mrs. Dolapo Osinbajo, wife of the Vice President and wives of governors of Kebbi and Ogun State, has stressed the need to improve access to quality education for the girl child. They made the call at a launch of a project always keeping girls in school in commemoration of the International Day of the Girl Child in Abuja.
The potential of the girl who will be a pilot or maybe an astronaut, who will be a doctor or maybe a surgeon, who will be a teacher or a CEO or an MD, as we've seen today, or a first lady of a state. When she's educated, she's that step closer to being who she was made to be. I must applaud P&G for this excellent initiative, removing one of the barriers that we find in the path of the girl child. We already have the first woman to drive a car in Nigeria. It was Mrs. Fumilayo Ransom Kuti many years ago. We already have the first woman doctor, lawyer, pilot, poet, etc. But in your own time, girls, now is your time. Now is your season. And I look forward to hearing the firsts. I look forward to seeing you becoming the pioneers and icons of your own time.
Wife of the governor of Kebbi State, Dr. Zainab Bugudu, called on government to provide conducive environment for businesses to thrive, to encourage investors delve into sanitary hygiene products.
There's a lot that needs to be done. We have indigenous and non-indigenous firms, manufacturers of sanitary hygiene products that are facing a lot of difficulty in operating within the current atmosphere in the country. Repatriation of their earnings is very difficult. It's not something that is limited to this industry alone. There's taxation on some of the components that is required to make these products. So on its own part, government needs to sit down, look at that, and find a way to really provide an easy-to-do business environment that we hear about all the time.
Mrs. Bamidele Abiodun, wife of the governor of Ogun State, called for subsidy on taxation of sanitary products.
Many people cannot afford to purchase sanitary towels, and now things are even tougher. So I can imagine the impact it will have in the lives of children or girls, young girls, if they're now given, if we make provision on a regular and consistent basis for sanitary towels.
Mrs. Temitokwe Eluyemi, Senior Director, Global Government Relations Africa P&G, shed more light on the Always Keeping Girls in School project.
It's very significant, the program that we have had here today. It's a program that is going to reach over 10,000 girls directly and 50,000 indirectly, with menstrual hygiene education program, as well as a year's supply of the Always sanitary pads in rural and peri-urban areas, focused right now on Ogun State and the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria.
Mrs. Tayo Erinle, Executive Director of Talitha Kami Foundation, said the organization would work with school authorities to distribute sanitary products to girls and educate them on menstrual hygiene.
The idea is really to reach girls who do not have the opportunity or cannot even afford sanitary pads, and there are many. So we work with schools in underserved communities to meet these girls. Some of them are house helps, some of them are orphans, some of them are heads of households, girls who normally, on a normal day, their menstruation is done with ordinary, materials.